Hey, what up, y'all? Like I said, I told you I was coming back after I got off my shift at 2 o'clock. As you can see, I'm still this motherfucker empty. I think there's like one other person in here, which is always awesome to have a full gym to yourself. Look at that big ass back. Ugh, back big as shit. Ugh. Put a whole family table on my back. Ugh. All right. So, like I said, day 6 is delt raises. So now I'm showing you delt raises on the cable. Hold on, I'm trying to get this stand situated so the phone don't fall over before I get started. Y'all seen this all live and direct. Ain't no cuts, ain't no clips. Live all the time. All right, there we go. Fix it. All right, hopefully this is a good enough spot where you can see me. Not just to maximize the growth in my shoulders, but also at any chance I can maximize my grip strength as well. And in order to make a muscle stronger, you got to continue to use it. So we're doing raises. So to do raises, I'm gonna put the cable all the way down so that I'm pulling that cable from the bottom and pulling up. Now we're gonna start off nice and light with 10. I'm gonna take the hoodie off in a second, but it's brick outside, so I want to get the body warmed up a little bit. Now I know you hear people talk about warming up a lot of times, and you'll think warm up, and you'll go over to the treadmill or some shit. But you doing chest that day. What the fuck is you doing? If you gonna warm up what you gonna use. It's really that simple. Oh, all right. So now these are spaced out really far. Normally, you got the machines like this a little closer together. And the reason why that's important is because where you stand as you're lifting, all right, I can get to here. This is now of the hand where that weight is pulling from either. Of course, the handles are spread out and hidden. All right, I got one. Now I'm looking for a second handle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to my knees to do these fires. All right, there's two handles. I'm going to drop down to my knees to maximize the range of motion. Hold on, real quick. Let's try. That'll be your mark. Hey! Hey! Ain't nothing better than going into your gym to work out. And the in gym playlist is cranking. Hold up. Side note, another thing you want to pay attention to when you using cables, you also want to make sure that your what do they call these? Not calipers, but clips. Whatever the fuck the name for these shits is, you want to make sure they're the same size because that does have an effect on the range that you have. Because you remember you want to make sure you stay in even. Party, she at all the parties. So like I said, I'm gonna drop down to my knees. That way, bringing the cables down a little lower, allowing me greater range of motion to go through. So I'm starting with the hands right here in the middle, pulling out, and coming all the way up. So when I say come all the way up, this is all the way up for this cable machine here, because now if I take my hands up higher than this, I'm no longer working the deltoid. Because of how these cables are set up, I'm working against force here, 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 up until here. Hey, who's jumping in here? Hey, what up,
Gumani
man?
sa. Gumani sa.
What's up? Hey, I can't hear nothing you saying. I ain't got no headphones on, but thanks for joining this workout. You feel me? Hopefully y'all can
Big
still hear
up,
me.
I'm good.
About to take this off and hit these delts.
Let's open our phone,
Y'all give me a
please.
second. Talk to a homie that just popped on the screen. I told y'all. I keep telling y'all. If y'all hit that invite
Hi.
button, I'm gonna put y'all on this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Everybody can join the goddamn live and get this motherfucker working.
Power tap on
Talking
your
about
screen.
ridiculous. Here's what good was in here. It's supposed to be 25. All right. Now, we get back to this work. I want to move you so you right in front of me. Told y'all I was coming right up to my shift. As soon as my time, because it's on the cables, I'm getting the same amount of resistance. Is less strain than this, especially if you're moving. That's why cables are going to be one of your best friends. I don't care if it's cable flies, cable rolls, cable presses, anything that allows you to keep the same amount of resistance throughout your movement is what you want to do. Because at a certain point in your movement, that resistance is going to be heavier or lighter. Like if I'm pushing something off my chest, typically the heaviest point of resistance is getting it off the body. Once I'm here, that's an easier portion of the movement. That's why you'll see guys doing bench press with chains on the sides of the bench, because that effectively increases the weight as you move through. You can do bands that will keep the resistance as you move through. It always feels as if you're creating more. Some of the raises you will people leaned all the way out like this. That quote unquote straight line of where I'm pulling in order to get that force. That's why with the dumbbells, I can come all the way up here and work all of the deltoid. Very start of the movement, that resistance is constant and maintained all the way through. And all the way up here like this. If you watch the position of my hand and my feet as I let this weight go, I'm gonna keep my hand over there. I'm gonna stand straight up. The same position I would be in if I was using the dumbbells for these lateral raises. All right. Now, I'm gonna move you a little closer. I was trying to get you to full, but that don't even really matter since I'm gonna be standing right here. All right. So that was lateral raise. Let me do my right shoulder real quick because I don't like being uneven. But again, you just lean over. There's no reason to. There's no reason to try to over beast it. 75 plus 405, 520. Nigga, scream, grunt all you want. That's a lot of shit you move. But if you ain't got nothing but 15-pound dumbbells in your hand, you should not be grunting and sounding like two bears having sex. Okay? I've seen it before. I've seen it many a time. It's always dudes. It's always some dude with like extra wraps and shit, and he got the weight belt on, but he over on the treadmill. Fuck is you doing? It's them dudes making noise for no reason. Give us all a bad name. But lateral raise, get that lean over. Then you got the front raise. Stand right here. Again, because I'm using the cable, I'm stuck here. So I can get deeper into the front of the deltoid. Again, by changing my position a little bit, just leaning the body forward. Now, I'm coming all the way up here. Still one singular movement, but that change in body position allows you better control and allows you to go deeper into the muscle. Now, you're probably wondering, all right, How you gonna do rear delts on this here? That's easy. Rear delts, you're gonna hit when you do cables. So you can very simply, it's just a cable row. Again, lean the body forward. I'm pulling that elbow back. Again, this movement does work the lats. In order to really target the real deltoid, really focus that pull the elbow in a little bit, pull it right up. Or you can come close and do the grocery bags that I showed you earlier. Again, come in here, right there. That hand coming towards almost coming towards your back pocket. And really try to get that elbow up as high as you can. Don't focus on the hand, because if you're focusing on bringing the hand up high, what you're going to do is do this. You're going to bring the hand all the way into the armpit, and then you're not focusing on the deltoid. That's more bicep. Yes, your bicep is being used in this movement, but how you move the arm dictates how you target the muscles. All right. Okay. Now I feel all uneven because I showed you the front deltoids on this arm. I showed you the rear deltoids on this arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and even out just a little bit, and then I'll go through a full set of all three exercises on both sides. All right. So I did fronts on that side. Let me do fronts on this side real quick. Like I don't have ADD. Sorry, I do have ADD. I don't have OCD at all. I got ADHD, but like the gym is the only place where I'm anal retentive. And just to side note, if you are not clinically diagnosed with OCD and you feel that there are things that you are kind of OCD-ish about, that's not OCD. That's called anal retentive. These are things that I know, not because I'm so well educated, but because I got ADHD and my wife got OCD. And she's the educated one, and she let me know. I'm just sharing information with y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and do front raise, 3. Now, it's very easy to want to just knock it out. As you grow in strength and start going, when you start going up in weight, then you can move that weight faster for the purpose of generating power. And what I mean by that is shoulder raises are great for wide receivers and corners, great for uh, centers in basketball trying to go up and get the rebound. Reason why is that muscle movement of the shoulder is this. You see a receiver going up and trying to high point the ball. You watch Debo Samuel catch balls in traffic. It's the strength to be able to move in that direction through that space. You get that strength to do that by doing this. You'll also see videos of receivers catching footballs while there's a cable attached to their wrists. That's a resistance training thing. It looks weird and funny, but it is effective because the movement that they're practicing there in the gym is a movement that they will then use on the field. Direct transfer. That's why I tell people all the time, just because you don't understand an exercise doesn't mean it's silly. Just because you haven't done it or it's not in your vein of knowledge Okay, the microphone back on. I don't know how much you've heard well or how much we'll be able to have captions, but we'll see when I do the editing later. So, lateral raises, 25 pounds on the cable. Oh, motherfucker. Did I say 10? Why did I say 10? 3. Fuck. 4. All right. 4 it is. Drop that motherfucker back down. We'll go 20. 4.